Let me see. All have joined. Only 17 have joined. Have I mean, whether the students from Barpur joined? Sharu Hasini. So they are from Barpur, right? Uh, yes. Sharu Hasini. Can you hear me? Sharu Hasini. Senila.
Yes, sir.
So I can see only few. I mean, maybe. Am I audible? Senila, can you hear me, Senila?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Yes, please have joined together from Bargur as well as Ramnagar. And I can see from Ramnagar only many have joined. From Bargur, few have joined only, right? So ask your friends to join in. So we'll start this session. Yes, please ask. Sharu Hasini, I can see.
Yes, sir.
Filling the form, right? Ramnagar has already done it. So the for the students of Bargur, I have sent it today. So please fill that form. So it is needed for the attendance purpose, right? So for that reason, you must fill that form. Okay. So I am seeing only still few have joined. Yes, Senila, is there any interview any company has came? Is I mean, what is the reason behind the students are very less in number, the joint students?
சார் தேர்ட் இயர் ஜாயின் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க சார் ஃபைனல் இயர்ஸ் பற்றி தெரியல சார்
Sorry, third year.
சார் வி ஆர் தேர்ட் இயர் சார் ஸோ வி ஒன்லி நோ த பர்சன்டேஜ் ஆஃப் தேர்ட் இயர் சார் வி டோன்ட் நோ about தி ஃபைனல் இயர் சார்
Okay, then why? Wait for a while. I'll call Ranjit sir and we'll continue. Okay, yes, Preeti, you are saying something. Actually, I was talking with the Ranjit sir. Yes, you are saying something. Someone is saying something. Please. Yes, students, am I audible? We'll start the.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I guess the screen is visible now. Is the screen visible? Visible. Please acknowledge me.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
I'll reshare it. Yes, whether it's visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks for confirming. So students, very important note to know is, so I have shared the form that is registration form for attendance for GC Bargur students. Please fill that form, okay, by the end of today's class. So that is needed for maintaining your attendance, and from Ramnagar all have filled, okay. So then we'll continue with the JavaScript concept. So we are discussing JavaScript, how we can use functions, how we can define variables, and how we can add event handler for a particular function, for a particular field, or for a particular element in a JavaScript we have seen. And some basic level validation also we have seen, right? So how we can add a particular, for a particular field, validation. That means if we left that field, okay, so empty, so that should not accept. Okay, so that is called validation. Okay, so we have seen minimum validation. Is it clear, students? Any doubts regarding validations? Shall I proceed? If you have any doubts, please ask me. If you have any doubts, we can again continue. We can again discuss about validations. Yes, anyone having doubts on validations? Yes, can anyone tell what is a validation? Can anyone please tell what is validation? Yes, students, yes. Yes, yes. So because in a uh, communications, remote communication we are doing, right? In a remote communication, so the acknowledgement is very important, because I don't know whether you are able to view the slides, you are able to hear me, right? So these things matters a lot over here. Yes, yes, please. Okay, what I'll do is I'll add one basic validation over here for a particular field. For that, we have seen it, so I have discussed it. So still, to interact, you all need to communicate. Here is, I have added several fields, right? Say I have had added the I mean a text box for entering a number, right? So we can add, I can say enter a number. Student, is the screen visible? Please acknowledge.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Okay, fine. Thanks. So we have taken some fields. Okay, there is a text box for entering the numbers, and we have two radio buttons, right? And we have a button. So whenever it is clicked, so our function is called by name, say hi, right? So here we have added. See, whenever we are extracting each and every field over here. So we are extracting particular number field over here. We are extracting number field over here using get element by id method, right? So we are checking whether that field is empty or null. Okay, when it is empty or null, so mm, we are just cautioning the user that this field can't be left blank. So we can do so by adding it to a form. What I'll do is I'll add a form over here. So form, so in that we can have a method, right? So method, particularly we will specify any file name on the server side. So I'll add some file name. Actually, this is already, this not exist now, okay, but I am simply adding the file which is not exist over here. Let's check how it responds. Now I'll close the form over here. I'll close the form. Okay, let me format the document once. Fine, I have formatted. Okay, sorry. Here it is the body. The body is closed here. Yes, that's the mistake. Okay, fine. It looks good now. Okay, now simply what we are doing is, uh, I'll what I'll do is, so I'll add a submit button over here. So let it be submit. So here I'll add the, for a button, I'll add here um, the label on the button should be submit only. And we are not calling whenever it is clicked. So we are calling when the form is submit. So here I'll use on submit event handler. Okay. So here I'll call that function particularly. So the function is return. I'm calling that function. My function is say hi. Say hi. So now what I'll do is, so I will add over here false return. How it works. So I will run it now. So let me run it. Open with live server. So allow access. Fine. Perfect. So now I'll add some. I can give any number over here. So or any string. So I'll select something. Say it may not be Ram. So I'm adding over here and submitting it. Okay, it is going. It is going right. So what is happening over here is, so whenever this is clicked, so I'll run this on particular my browser. This is Chrome. On my Chrome, I'll run it. And the gender and submit. Yes, it is actually moving. It should not move. So it should ask me to. The function should be called. The this function is not called over here. So the function name is say hi, right? So why it is not called? Let's check it. I'll add the format document return on submit say hi. Okay. So I will check it over here. So I will refresh it. I'll run it once again. So let me inspect. So if there are any errors in our JavaScript code, we can view it on over here, right? So now I'll again submit. So I'm adding over here. 1 minute, students. Ranjit sir is calling me. Perfect. Here, see, here it is showing failed to load resource. The server responded with a status 405. Okay. So the thing is that function is not called over here. So this function, so this is not invoked over here. So let us check with this. Okay, here I will add something. Okay, again. Okay, it is giving some error. So for that, so we need to rectify it. So what I'll do is, let me call this function. Let's check whether here it will be on click event handler, it works or not. On click, the name of this function is say hi. Okay. We'll save it, run it once again. So this file I need to run, right? So this is the file, right? Right? Can anyone tell what is the reason why it is this function is not invoked over here? Yes, can anyone please? So we have called this function, right? So let it be earlier on click. We have called this function. Okay. So let's see whether it works or not. The same, it is not working over here. The button, it works well on button. I mean push button. So I'll refresh it once again. Yes. Yes. Okay. Actually, yes. This field can't be left blank, right? So it is giving. So okay. Uncart reference gender one is not defined. Okay. So here it is giving. Now what I'll do is, so I'll simply add over here submit button only. Okay, submit button only. So then, so it doesn't matter. So we'll remove. So simple. So we are checking for a single field. Okay, this one field. I'm checking. I'm going to check on particular field. This one, number field. Okay, enter a number. After this, if we leave that field blank, it should ask to enter something to us, right? So now I'll read. Yes, whether now it works. So I will add some. Okay, I have left this field blank. I'll submit. So this field can't be left blank. Okay, see, but it is moving to the particular this page which we have specified in action attribute. For that reason, what I want is, so it should stay until and unless we'll enter something on that particular field. So if we not enter any value for that particular field, it should not move to the file which has specified in the action attribute. This is the file index.php. I have specified in the action attribute. It should not move there. Okay. So for that reason, what I'll do is, I'll call what this file. So I'll remove it is now no longer needed over here. So now I'll run it. I'll check one. So now I will run it. Can you observe this? What is happening here? See, until and unless if if I don't enter any value to this particular field, so it will not move to other page, which is on the server side, which we have specified in the action attribute, right? Yes, can you observe it? Yes, students, can you people understood what is happening over here? So okay, so we are not able to submit this. So you so for that reason, right? So I guess it is understood to you guys. Any doubts, students? Any doubts in FAM validations? Any doubts? So please let me know any doubts on FAM validations. So how we have validated. Actually, any field we can have. If it is empty, okay, if it is empty, you should not take, you should not consider, okay. As long as we enter any value over here for this particular field, then you should proceed to next page or next file which is specified in action attribute. Okay, so this is basic level of validation. So again, we can perform higher level validation using one more concept in JavaScript called regular expression. So regular expression. So the use of regular expression is, so we can validate a particular field for a particular constraint. Okay, for a particular constraint. Constraint means, say a name. A name. My name is, okay. The student name. Let it be the student name. Okay. The student name should consist of at least 3 letters. Okay, and 3 words. Three characters. It should not consist of. Okay. It should not consist of any numbers, okay, any numbers or the special symbols, right? So this can be done with the help of regular expression, so you can explore it if needed. So so this is the basic level validation. So anyone having any doubts? Yes, students, any doubts till now? Any doubts? Yes, please confirm me. So because acknowledgement is important over here, right? So any doubts? Is it understood?
No, sir.
Yes, it is no. No for any doubts are. Is it understood? So I have asked 2 questions, so I'm confused.
No doubts.
Okay, thanks. So we can validate uh, using JavaScript. So that is also the functionality of JavaScript. See over here, when you are entering some fields, you may have seen this field is mandatory. Okay, you need to enter something, right? So this type of questions will be asked. If you will not enter something over there, so it won't take to the it will not be submitted. Okay, the form will not submit it, right? So this is validation. Yes. Yeah, we have seen this very basic level validation like this here only we have specified. Okay. Yes. And one more important concept which we are going to discuss is cookies. Yes, yes, please. Because you may all have gone through it, right? I'll explain. The cookies is okay. So you may have seen when you logged into uh, when you log in to email, your email account, okay, email account, you will be given username, okay, username as well as the password. It will be asking you, do you want to save the password for future logins? Save password for future logins. Okay. So have anyone seen like this? Save password for future logins. Yes, 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 yes. Thanks. Okay. So this is what a cookies is. Cookies is a piece of information which is stored on the client side. Okay. On the client side in the browser. Okay. In the browser. So this information will be stored. Enter all time the password for this particular account. Okay, so when we have logged in, so it has asked uh, whether you want to save the password. If we say yes, so it will saved in particular I mean cookies. Okay, so cookies is nothing but a piece of information. Okay, so then that can be used in future. Okay, so here two things will come. One is cookies. Okay, one is cookies and another one is sessions. Okay, sessions. So cookies is that's the example which we have discussed, right? Sessions. So what is sessions? So you may have seen, okay, if you are logging to any bank account, okay, so logged in to any bank account for online transaction, and you are doing online transaction, for that purpose you are logging. Okay, so you need to do there, so you need to your uh, give your credentials like username, password, etc. Okay, so what happened, so when in case of inactivity, after some time if you are doing nothing there, okay, and you have just logged into the bank account and you have done some work over there, and you have just put it idle, okay, you are not working there, okay, you have left idle there, okay, so that is inactivity, you are not working on it. So then what happens, it will directly sign out, it will directly, the account will be logged out, isn't it? Have anyone feel these kind of things? Yes, anyone please? So anyone having feel this kind of things when you logged into any account, it may be bank account or any other account, and in case of inactivity when you are not using, so it will just logged out, and again when you come to see whether it is logged in, so it will be logged out again, you need to log in by specifying the username and password, right? So can anyone have seen this type of I mean have uh, this type of feeling, so while browsing, while registering to any application? Yes, anyone please, can anyone please tell me? Yes, please say, if yes then yes, if no then no. I think my question, okay, I'm interested, means a piece of information, so that will be stored in the client side, basically on the client browser. Okay. So, and the session is stored on server side. So it will be stored on server side. It is not stored on client side. Okay. So you may have seen the very basic example is any banking applications. Okay. You are trying, you want to, okay, you want to have some transactions in your bank account. Okay. And you have logged in and you have done your transactions. Say you have transferred some money to some other account. Okay. So, and after that you have left the application idle. You are not using for a long time, maybe for a 15 minutes, for a 1 hour, for a 2 hours. Okay. After that you are not using. Then what happens? It will directly, it will simply, it automatically it will close. The application will be automatically closed. Can anyone have felt it? Yes, yes, please say yes or no. Say yes or no, please. Yes, students, say yes or no. Sharo Hasini, Senila, Brinda, Preeti, please. What I'm asking is, can anyone have felt this? So you have just logged into the account. After some time, it is automatically, it is just closed. Okay, and again you need to log into that particular account. So by giving your credentials, I'm damn sure that you all have gone through this experience. Yes, anyone, please? Can anyone have you seen? Yes, please acknowledge me. Say yes or no. So it is very much needed for the further, uh, I mean, to proceed. Whether the things which we are discussing in the class, it is understood to you guys or not. So how we can move, how we can proceed. So that is the problem, right? So say yes or no. Yes, Alia, Alia, Anusha. Alia, I think you have spoken something, but it is not audible. Will you speak once again? Will you unmute and tell once again?
Sir,
Yes, yes. You told yes or no. So what I have asked the question is, you understood?
yes, sir.
Yes, yes. So my question is, have you felt this when you browse on particular website or particular account? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Thanks. Necessary to acknowledge. Students, I just because we are doing the classes in virtual mode, right? So acknowledgement is very important, right? So at least have acknowledge if 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 say, I mean, just yes or no. If you are familiar with that, say yes. If not, no. So that's it, right? So I request all of you to interact. So because interaction is necessary, so no interaction, no understanding. If what are the topics which we are discussing in the class, if you want to be understood, you should be interactive in the class. If you feel any, I mean, any doubts or if you feel any difficulty, please let me know whether the things you are not able to understand, understand, or whether my language is the case. Okay, so please let me know. So because I have many other alternatives. Okay, if you guys are not familiar, are not comfortable with English, we can discuss in Hindi as well. If you want. Okay, so we can have a class in Hindi as well, or a combination of English, Hindi kind of things. Okay. So because the languages which I know, creating a what I'm doing. Okay, a table, and I'm pointing the difference between now this difference. Okay, so sessions and cookies. Okay, so here if we talk about a session, okay, it is stored on where it is stored. It is stored in the server. It is stored in the server. So you need to know. Okay, and when we talk about cookies, where it will stored? Yes, anyone please. I think someone has spoken something. It is not audible. Please, if you want, I mean, if you have any doubts, please just unmute and tell. It's not audible. Yes. Okay, I guess no. Okay, fine. So then, when we talk about sessions, sessions are stored in the server side. Okay, in the server, and where the cookies stored. So it will. Yes, where it will be stored? It will be stored in the client. Okay, so the client. So we are just differentiating sessions and cookies. Okay, and the very important thing is it can store a large data. Okay, it can store large amount of data. Okay, and it can store very less amount of data, less data. Okay, then if we talk about, we have okay, if we talk about security concern, okay, security concern, if we talk about, so it is more secure. So this one, sessions are more secure. For that reason only, when a bank account or some account which has more security, it is left inactive, or if it is left idle for a sometime, say for a half an hour, for a 1 hour, okay, it will be directly, it will be simply, it automatically closes, right? So that is a session. So it gives more security. Okay, it is sorry, it is number 2, and this is, here it is less security or no security. You can say no security. No security over here. Okay. So this is the information. This is the basic difference between the sessions and cookies. I hope you guys understood between the sessions and cookies. So, and moreover, it is temporary. Okay, so this information is temporary. So it may be stored only when you are logged in. When you are logged into an account, it will be available. So this information, once you logged out, so that information will be deleted out. Okay, so this is temporary. This is time oriented. I mean, you can make it to permanent as well. Okay, so you can specify the time over here. I mean, how long the cookies should be, how long the cookies should be active. Okay, can specify the time. You can specify the time over here. So this is fourth one. Time for active. So when, so what amount of time this cookies should be stored. So this is the basic difference between sessions and cookies. So I'll start once again. So the sessions are stored in the server side and the cookies are stored in the client side. Sessions store large amount of data and the cookies store less amount of data. Sessions are more secure. Okay. When comes to cookies, these are less secure, or there is no security over here. And as the name itself suggests, session means it is session oriented for that particular. Once that tab is closed, okay, if we have logged into some account, okay, once that account or that tab is closed, or once that we have logged out to that particular account, then all the data will be deleted out. Okay, that is called temporary. Okay, it is temporary and it is permanent, or we can specify the time or the duration to which the cookies to be active. Yes. So this is about sessions and cookies difference. And then we talk about cookies and sessions separately over here. Yes. See here, cookies is a piece of data that is stored on a computer to be accessed by your browser. Okay. So browser is our client, right? Here, one more thing, keep in mind, cookies are saved as key value pairs. So cookies will be stored like key value pairs. Okay. Key value pairs that it will be stored. Okay. So how we can see key value pairs, for example, if I'll explain over here. So I can add cookies like this. Say, for example, I have a tag, or I mean, since we are dealing with JavaScript, any JavaScript should be written in script tag, right? Script tag. Any JavaScript should be written in script tag. So how we can assign or how we can add cookies? So that's I'm interested to know, right? So for example, to set the cookies, so we will use document. Okay, so document dot cookie. So dot operator will refer. So since JavaScript follows document object module hierarchy, that is called as DOM hierarchy. We have seen when we need to get the value of particular field, we have extracted with the help of this document dot get element by ID, right? Dot value, something like that. So for that reason, we can specify or we can set the cookies using this method document dot cookie. So we have a class called cookie. So with that, we can set the cookie. So say for example, I can assign the cookie like this username. So simply I'm assigning over here username. I will assign for username. I will assign something, say college. Okay, college. Then I will close it. So this is the way of setting the cookies. So we'll do it practically as well. So what I'll do is I'll create a cookie and let you know how the cookies is stored. Okay. So then the things will be much clearer to you guys. So we'll create a file over here. So I'll create one separate file. Let it be cookies. So I'll name this file as cookies.html. So over here, cookies is demonstration. Okay, I have saved over here. Now what I'll do is I'll add it over here in the script tag. The script. So how we can set the cookies? We can set the cookies by using this method document.cookie, right? Isn't it? So using this, we can set the cookies. So I'll add some. So we can do so with the help of this document.cookie. Okay. So then here we need to specify key value pairs. Okay, key value means there should be key and the value. Our key is username. Okay, and for username I am specifying some value, that is say college. Okay, so in this way we will assign the we will set the cookies. So let us, I'll run this. So I'll format it once. Now I will run open with live server. Fine, it works. So now what I'll do is I'll visit my browser. So I'll simply run it on this my Chrome. See this information whether the cookies is stored or not. So here I'll come over here in the settings. Okay, in the settings. So here what you need to do, you need to come over here, privacy and security. Okay, so here there is an option, cookies and other site data. Okay, so I'll click this. Okay, actually here the cookies are basically it is blocked. Okay, blocked third party cookies. Okay, so that is blocked. What I'll do is I'll allow this cookies. So now I'll run it once again. Okay, now see whether these cookies are not. So so this is the site, our site 127.0.0. So for this particular site, we have a one cookie stored over here. So I'll click it over here. Fine, that's perfect. So you can see over here. So this cookie is stored for this particular username, and the content for this is college. Can you guys? It is visible. Yes, students, please. Can, yes, thanks for confirming. So this is how we can store the values for the cookies, right? So this is how we can store the cookies. So also we can make the cookies to be available for particular, particular duration. Okay. See here, over here we have different attributes associated with cookies. See here. So we have one attribute called expires attribute. So what it will does is it will specify when the cookie is going to expire. Okay, so we need to specify in terms of seconds. This shows the date the cookie will expire. Here it is given, if this is blank, the cookie will expire when the browser quits the, sorry, user when the user quits the browser. Okay, when he quits the browser, so that will be automatically expired. So let's check it. So what I'll do is I'll simply close this browser over here. So this is okay. Or I'll create one more. I'll open one more. Okay, here I will run this. Okay, so now I will run this. So whether it is available for uh, now I'll check this for this particular browser. So whether it available, the cookies details are available or not. In settings, here it is, privacy and security. So cookies and other site data. Okay, we have allowed the access. Yes, actually it is stored. Why? Because I have not closed the browser, because I can't close the browser because my Teams application is running on this particularly. So if I assign some other cookie for this particular, right? So I'll do assign empty cookie. So So let's check whether how it works now. So whether it will updates or not. Okay. So now I will run it, this one. So here I will run cookies.html. Okay, fine. So now I will check here settings. In that we have privacy and security. Here cookies and other sites. Okay, so this is showing the same content that is which we have added earlier. So what we can do is we can add the expiry date for the cookie. Okay, I mean time of expiry. Okay, so basically we have these things. So I'll specify here over here. So for a cookie, so what are all the attributes you can do is you can specify. Okay, these are different properties associated with cookies. So expires means when the cookie will expires. So in terms of date, so what is the date on which date the cookie is going to expire? Okay, so that we can specify over here. Okay, similarly we have maximum age, one more field or one more attribute of cookie called max age. Max age, what is the age of the cookie in terms of seconds? So see whether it should be the cookie should stored for a 1 hour, for a 2 hour. Okay, so that we can specify over here in seconds, in second. Okay, and we can specify the path. Okay, default the path of the cookie is current tab only. Okay, for the current tab, this is the default path. And we have one more called domain. For which domain, say for which website we are going to store the cookie. Say we have the domain, so that is showing over here for the live server 127.0.0.1. So this is our domain. So for this particular domain, the cookie is stored. Okay, so these are all the different cookies. I mean different fields for the cookies. So we can assign some of them over here. So what I'll do is I'll add some cookie over here. I'll add some username. So say username is, again keep in mind when we are setting the cookies, it should be key value pairs. There is a key and there will be value. So over here the value is say Raj. So Raj I have added here the cookie. Okay. So after that I'll add the maximum age. So maximum age of the cookie. So when the cookie is going to expire, so that is called max age. So here what I will do is I will simply specify the age. Okay, here since it will treat as a string, I have added over here a separator. Okay, separator. Say a 60 seconds. 60 seconds. After 60 seconds, the cookie should uh, destroy, right? It should destroy. So now check whether it works or not. So max age, fine. Oh, here it is showing some error. Fine, let me format the document. Okay, this is max age. So now I'll run it once. I will run over here. So for this, okay, let me check it now. So over here, so we have this privacy and security. So here it is, cookies and other sets data. So we can see over here, see cookies of all data. Okay. Actually, that cookie, I think it is 60 seconds over. So once again, I'll add this cookie. Okay. So I have just removed that cookie. Okay, for this side, sorry, privacy and security, cookies and other data. So here we have, okay, that cookie is expired. So what I'll do is, I want it to be for a 2 minutes active. Okay. So for that reason, what I'll do is, 2 minutes means for a single minute, 60 seconds. Okay. And for 2 minutes, we just need to multiply it with 2. I'm multiplying it with 2. Okay. So now I'll check it. Okay. Perfect. It works. I think that cookie is not added over here. So here, okay, this cookie is not added for this particular site. So why we'll see. Yes, what we can do is, we can I'll simply add. So I think it is stating error over here. So I'll remove this. So now I'll run this. Okay. So let me refresh it. I'll close this. Okay. So here we have privacy and security, cookies and other set data. So then we have here, see all cookies data. Yes, that is stored. but we are not able to assign. Yes, that is username is Raj. So that is stored, but we are not able to assign for a particular duration, isn't it? So for that reason, what I'll do is I'll add the duration now. So the max age. So there should be space over here. So the max age of the cookie. So here it is say for 2 minutes. Okay, username is Raj and the max age is. So I'll add some other username over here. Say Ramesh. Okay. Then the max age. We have max age over here. So I don't know why it is so. Okay. Or else simply I will specify seconds over here. Say for 60 like this. Let's repeat this. I will save this. So this is okay. Now I will run it. So this Ramesh should be stored for a 60 seconds. Here we'll run this. Okay. So we have, yes, see, you can see. Okay, fine. So okay, this should be, let me check it. Invalid left hand side in assignment. So line number 14. So that assignment is, it is telling some problem with that. So we can't assign like this as well. So what we can do is we can simply uh, create a file for assigning, for create a program for assigning the cookies, and we'll check whether the cookies are assigned or not. So what I'll do is assigning for I mean for creating the cookies, and the cookies values can be used, can be extracted. Students, can you hear me? I think there is some connectivity issue. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Okay. So I'll create a program over here for assigning the cookies. Reason what I'll do is I'll create a body. We have used the different event handlers on. Okay. Unload, I'll call a function. Say the function name is uh, chuck. Function name is so chuck. Okay. So this function should be called. Okay. This function should be called. So now I'll return over here the code for this. So here I'll add the script tag because we know if you want to write any JavaScript code, we can write it in script. It's called over here. So I will define the function chuck cookie. Okay. Function check cookie. Okay. So this is the function, right? So here what I'll do is that particular function. So I'll create a variable, let it be user. So this is the variable one which we have created. So we can get the cookie by using so get cookie of so my cookie name. So my cookie name is what? Username. Okay. Then I'm checking whether the cookie exists over here or not. If user, since we have in the user the cookie, right? So if user not equal to, if the user is not equal to null, so we are checking. Okay, that means if the cookie is not exist, if the cookie not exist, then what we can do is we can simply prompt. We can simply tell the user that uh, we can simply print the username. So I will print the username over here. Alert. So using the alert, we can print the username. So here I'll add welcome, welcome again, welcome again. So here I'll add the user. So user, right? So else, whenever cookie value is not stored, okay, so the user field is left blank. So then what we can do is we can ask the user, okay, we will ask the user to enter his name or something. Method called prompt. With the help of prompt, we can ask, so this will be used for taking the user input. So this prompt method is the inbuilt method. Okay, so this can be used for taking the user input. So here I'm adding over here. Please enter your name. Okay, please enter your name. And here I'm sorry, this particular field is null. Then, so I need to close the else, right? So I will. Okay, if is not opened, so that is the reason it's going here. So here I have opened if, format the document, fine. Then after prompting user, okay. So here I'll set the cookie. If user is not equal to null, okay. So we are checking. So this is AND operator. So basically AND operator is used for checking multiple conditions, right? So and here where I'm adding, so user is not equal to null, this symbol. So we'll set the cookie. We'll set cookie. So again we need to write the code for setting the cookies. Set cookie of. So in that particularly what we need to enter, we need to add passing user and processing over that particular function. Okay. So now I'll write the function. I need to write the function for set cookie. So I'll write the function for setting the cookie. So I'll write over here function set cookie. So in this we can have cookie name, okay, cookie value. So since cookies will be stored as key value pairs, cookie values and the expiry days. Expiry days. When the cookie is going to expire. So for specifying the then I'm setting the time for this using d dot get time. This is again uh, inbuilt method for getting the current time. Okay. So plus we are setting the time for the cookie. Okay. Plus the expiry days of 24. Already we have passed 30 value over here. So that 30 will be multiplied with this 24. That means that much seconds it will be available. So the cookie will be available. So we can add one more. So 24 into 60, right? Over here. So now, so I'll add it. document dot cookie cookie. So we are assigning these fields. Cookie name is what? The cookie name is, we are assigning the cookie name as cookie value is passed over here. So whatever it will be given over here in the prompt, okay, the user. So that value will need to transfer over here, right? So here I will specify user. We have C value, right? So that C value, that should be separated. C value plus okay, and we can set the path as well. Over here I will set the path. So this is again separator, so that should be in double quote. Yes. Okay, let it be. So just we'll add this one only. Let's see how it works. Now, so I'll run it. I'll first format the document. Whether the cookie will be set it or not, we'll see. Again, we have not specified here the function, the code for get cookie, because I want you to, I mean, it will be again, it is going to be lengthier, right? So for that sake, I'm leaving that. So let's check how it works. I'll run it. Actually, yes, it is not prompted the user to enter the cookie. So there is some error over here. Okay, it is telling get cookie is not defined. Fine. So that is the reason. So what we can do is we can simply add over here. Here I will add some null value for this particular cookie. Now I will check. Yes, it is asking here. Say I'll add over here Ramesh. So I'll click OK. So I have clicked it. So I'll check whether the that Ramesh is stored. So I'll run it on my. Okay, so this is my. Okay, fine. So I'll check it over here in the my Chrome. So settings, then privacy and security. Here we have uh, cookies and other data. Set all cookies. Okay, actually, that cookie is not stored. I think so. Why? So that is not stored here. What we have given, please enter your name. Okay, so that will be assigned to user, and if user is not null, okay, and if it is not null, we should set the cookie, set cookie. So then this function will be called. Here we have set the value for cookie document dot cookie. So here we have made a mistake over here. This is C name, right? So C name, cookie name. So then I'll run it once again now. Be Ramesh. Okay, let me check it now. So here, privacy and security. Here we have, yes, this option. Again, this one is not stored over here. So what I'll do is I'll clear all the cookies, and then I'll try to add the cookies. So here we have, so remove all option. So I'll remove this, clear all. So now I'll assign. So this is going infinite loop. So for that reason, what I'll do is, okay, if user is not null, Yes, students, I think I'm just got disconnected. So I'm just going on explaining the things, but I don't know when it is got disconnected. So what I want you is, so I have my phone number, right? So the group is created with the GC Ramnagar students. Okay. So when this kind of, if in case it disconnects, okay. Students, whether these the things which we are discussing about cookies, is it clear? How far it is? I mean, you have taken the time. So when this got disconnected, yes, anyone, please. Yes, please. Yes, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir.
Yes. So my question is, how far it got disconnected? So class. So and keep
The
on
last 10
5
minutes,
minutes.
sir.
last 5 the screen visible, students?
No, sir.
Yes. 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 Fine. Thanks. Thanks for confirming. Okay. So now what I have done over here is, fine. See over here. So I have added a button. So button having a label click to enter. Whenever this button is clicked, okay, whenever it will be clicked, a function will be called check cookie. So we have written a code for this particular function check cookie over here. So here what we are doing is we are asking the user to enter your name. Okay, so the prompt method, it is an inbuilt method. I think, okay.
Sir,
Yes, yes,
screen is not visible, sir.
yes. Is it visible now? So this is the, yes, yes, yes. Okay. So whenever this button is clicked, okay, over here we have a button. So a function will be called. So in that, what we are doing over here is, I have taken a variable called user. Okay. So that variable, we are asking the user to enter his name. Okay. So that will be stored on a variable called user. And we are checking if the user is not equal to null. Okay. And if it is not equal to null, we are calling a function called set cookie. Okay. We are calling that particular function. So expiry days, so we don't want. So what we have passed over here is the username and the cookie value, right? Cookie name and the cookie value. So for that reason, we are assigning the cookie over here using document.cookie method, document.cookie. So here we are assigning the cookie name. So cookie name is, so the username, the username is the cookie name over here, and the value for this cookie is the this value, what that what is entered in this prompt box. Okay, so that is, so let me run it once again. I'll run it once. So over here, so I'll run over here. So this address I'll give this one. Okay, fine, this one. It is asking over here. So but I want you to see the Chrome. Fine. So here it is a button. I'll click it. So click to enter. So here asking. So I'll give something. Say Sunil. I have given the name Sunil. Okay. So I'll click OK. So now I'll check whether this cookie is stored or not. We can see it on this particularly privacy and security. Here we have cookies and so stored. So let's see what is the value. Yes, Sunil. So that's what we have entered right now. So if I run it once again, if I give some other value for this particular username, say I'll give some other value, say Ramesh 123 something. Okay. So let's whether this value will be set it into the particular cookie or not. Okay. So now I'll view it over here. So let me check it over here. So I'll refresh it. Perfect, perfect. You can see over here. So I have refreshed it. So the value over here is Ramesh 123, which is just now I have added. Is it understood, students? Is it clear about cookies? How we can add cookies? How we can extract cookies? How we can weave the cookies? So in the next class, we'll discuss about the sessions as well, and how we can add the sessions and what is the use of sessions. Any doubts, students? Any doubts? Anyone having any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sir.
Okay, thanks. Thank you for confirming. Students, please turn on your cameras. Okay, thank you. Yes, Alia, thanks. I can see Alia. Thanks. Rinda, fine. Radha. So I can see only 3 have on. So please let's on everyone. Okay, Renuka. Thank you, Aarti. Fine. So let me on. Let me take. Your cameras. You all can leave now. You all can. And Friday, we will be having a session from 3 to 4:30. Monday to Tuesday, the session will be 4 to 5:30, and sorry, Monday to Wednesday, Monday and Wednesday, and Friday it will be 3 to 4:30. Okay, students, thanks. Thank you so much. You all can leave now.